Baphomet, god of the Knights Templar, symbol of satanic worship. Baphomet is a medieval deity, allegedly worshipped in secret by the Knights Templar. The name Baphomet has been known in literature since the 4th century, and possibly older, and may be a corruption of the Islamic founder and Prophet Mohomet. Antagonists of this deity identify him as a source and initiator of evil, and many authorities have placed the idolatry of Baphomet at the center of dark magic initiations and rituals, specifically practiced by the Knights Templar. And it was in part this ideology that eventually brought charges of heresy against the Knights Templar in the 13th and 14th centuries, after which they ultimately fell into disgrace. The name has been mentioned in other literature. In 1250, a poem lamenting the defeat of the Seventh Crusade refers to the deity of Baphomet as an enemy. The name Baphomet appears in the trials of the Inquisitions of the Knights Templars starting in 1307. On Friday, October the 13th of that year, King Philip IV of France had many of the French Knights Templars simultaneously arrested and tortured into confessions. Over 100 different charges have been leveled against the Templars, including heresy, homosexual relations, spitting and urinating on the cross, and sodomy. The indictment states that in all provinces they had idols, that is to say, heads, some of which had 3 faces, others but 1. Sometimes it was a human skull. That in their assemblies, and especially in their grand chapters, they worshiped the idol as a god, as their savior, saying that this head could save them, that it bestowed on the order all its wealth, made the trees flower and the plants from the earth sprout forth. In the 1987 book, The Knights Templar and Their Mythology, the author states that in the trial of the Knights Templar, one of the main charges was their supposed worship of a heathen idol head known as Baphomet. The similarities to the Greek Pan cannot be overstated. During the Greek control of Egypt, the goat was a revered creature. The god of Mendes was depicted with a goat face, and it has been documented that women copulated with goats as a form of worship. And we understand within Greek mythology that the idea of the goat as a sexual aggressor was heavily featured as a theme describing both Pan and centaurs in general. Baphomet is also the central figure in the cosmology of Thelema, the mystical system developed by Aleister Crowley in the early 20th century. This system is a merger of many different sources, including Eastern yoga, Hermeticism, medieval grimoires, and classic magical theories. And in his very popular book, he states that he is the devil of the Book of Thoth, and that his emblem is Baphomet, the androgyne who is the hieroglyph of arcane perfection. He is therefore life and love, but moreover, his letter is the I, so he is light, and his zodiacal image is Capricornus, the leaping goat whose tribute is liberty. And his legend and mythology live on. In 2014, the Satanic Temple commissioned an 8-foot tall statue of Baphomet. It was ultimately erected near a warehouse in Detroit on July 25th, 2015, and stands as a modern symbol of the Satanic movement. In August 16th of 2018, Satanic Temple unveiled an additional Baphomet statue in Little Rock, Arkansas. The figure of Baphomet appears in Dungeons & Dragons as a powerful demon lord and is known as the Horned King or the Prince of Beasts. He is followed by minotaurs and other savage animals. He desires the end of all civilizations so that all creatures may embrace the most basic, brutal instincts. Through many mechanisms, we see the veneration or idolization of Baphomet live on, from as early as the 4th century to now, to still be talked about in modern mythology telling.